After a few issues with our bikes being stolen, Wade and I have compromised with some used bikes and back on the road with putting these things on the bike rack. Definitely is a little extra work, right, Wade?
It is.
So we're here at Moose Mountain Provincial Park in Saskatchewan, and we are ready to explore. It's a huge park. I mean, the number of camping sites are a lot, and we're looking forward to checking it out.
I think it's well over 200 camping sites.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I mean,
so maybe closer to 250, but it's a lot of camping sites.
Great. Yeah, we're looking forward to just exploring. Seems to be a lot of bike paths in the area. There's beach, there's a store, there's a little bit of a community, I think.
And we did make our reservations ahead of time, so...
Yeah, and I can see that was important.
And we're here with some friends, so we're hoping to enjoy some biking together and sitting around the fire together and just...
And I think when you're traveling with somebody else, then you do need to book ahead so you can be sure to get your sites closer together.
Yeah, and our sites are just a few sites apart. We're close, so yeah, we're looking forward to sharing Moose Mountain Provincial Park, Kenosee Lake, Saskatchewan together with you. While you're here, please take the time to subscribe to our channel, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you, and ring the notification bell so that you get notifications of when a new video comes out.
Yeah, because we're on a I'd say we're on about a 3.5-week trip exploring Saskatchewan and Alberta and places that are new to us. We're not going to Banff. Been there, done that. We're looking at something new. So join us.
Family and friends tour. So come along and join us for the ride. Before we made our way to Moose Mountain Provincial Park in southern Saskatchewan, we made a quick stop off at Maryfield, Saskatchewan at a Harvest Host boondocker welcome site called Take Me Home Country Roads. Derry and Caroline were wonderful and warm welcoming hosts, and we enjoyed our stay. If you're heading west or east on the Trans-Canada Highway, this site is just a short drive south of the #1 highway near the Manitoba-Saskatchewan border. And while you're here, pay a visit to the Arlington Hotel for a wonderful meal experience where you get the opportunity to actually cook your own steak and enjoy a wonderful dinner.
Well, they made one batch this morning and then they didn't do another.
Just those granaries. Those clouds are amazing in the video.
I know.
Almost better in the video than in real. We are in the town of Carlyle, and we were told to go to Michael's coffee shop and bakery to pick up the best ever cinnamon buns. I guess that's to be determined because these do look a lot like mine, and mine are the best ever, says Wade. So we'll have to see. We'll test them out today. So what's the verdict?
They're pretty good.
Yeah, I think they're a lot like mine, actually.
They're almost identical. I've never had one from a store that has been this good.
All right.
And I'm saying that never.
So it was worth a stop to drive through the park to get to Carlyle to this bakery. We made it to the campground office, but getting to this campground seemed, for us, as we're new here, and entering in the park and then getting to the office, there isn't a lot of signage, and the campground is actually quite a ways from the park office. So we got a little off the trail, off the road, and then went, okay, we're in the wrong place, and now we finally ended up here at the campground office. But hey, we're just going to keep on seeing where we're going to end up. Hopefully we have some beautiful days at this new to us campground. There's the free firewood. I mean, that's a lot. Piles and piles of firewood. We loaded up our vehicle, and lo and behold, our friends who are meeting here, Dave and Laura, their rig was here already picking up firewood. So we both have arrived here at the campground at the same time without even planning it. I mean, we were planning to camp together, but this is great. Okay, this site has 2 entries. Maybe it's meant for a tent and a car. And we got our van. It's absolutely the most difficult we've ever had with the van, trying to get something level and park this van in a way that it will be level on the inside, plus weight has a bunch of blocks. I don't think we've ever had such a difficult time trying to get the vehicle level and a spot to park in. Now, that being said, on the video you can't even really see it. So he's just getting the tires onto a log and then blocks, and okay, that's good. And so we're, yeah, you're good. And so we're right next to the bush here, and there's our fire pit and picnic table, which the picnic table can be moved. And then there's the entryway. Yeah, the video doesn't do it justice. It's quite a drop.
Well, the early morning routine has started. We get up out of bed and Lorraine has to make coffee. I don't understand the addiction.
Actually, Wade, what really would be better is you got out of bed, I stayed in bed, and you made coffee for me.
Oh yeah, it just takes me so long to put on my face though. I need my morning time together. Anyway, I'm going to show you our campground. We are at Moose Mountain Provincial Park in southern Saskatchewan, southeastern Saskatchewan. And we're looking forward to spending a few days here with friends. And we'll show you the campground. We've talked about coming here for a long time, and we finally made it now. So we're going to show you a little bit about Moose Mountain Provincial Park. So when we made our booking for Moose Mountain Provincial Park on Kenosee Lake, we booked Site 203 thinking that it was by the water. You can never do poorly if you're booking by the water. However, I don't know if this shows the amount of slope, but we had a difficult time parking our van. There's kind of 2 entrances to this site with a fire pit and the picnic table in between, and we ended up parking on the far side. But we also thought about maybe parking in here. However, because of the slope and the slant of the site, we did have a difficult time setting up a balanced RV. So we chose to go in the other side, and we backed way down. And I basically backed right into the bushes just so I could get some sort of a resemblance of level ground, but I had to double up and go on triple blocks just to get it somewhat level. It's still a little bit too sloped, but it's better than it was. It's a lovely campground, well over 200 sites, well treed. Most of the sites have very, very good privacy. Ours is a bit of a shallower site, I guess, because it's so close to the waterfront. We've been enjoying lots of time with Dave and Laura, and we're having the fires at their place. The first couple of days are cool and windy, and they have a lot more shelter, so we stayed at their site and had our fires there. So, quick bike ride around Kenosee Lake. Came across this beautiful place. Biking with some friends. Good way to spend a cooler, windy afternoon. So it's a little bit of prep work involved, but we're finding a nice way to do the bacon is to put it in parchment paper, and I wrap about 6 or 7 slices, depending on the thickness. This is a thick one. And it gives us one little meal prep. I guess a pre-packed meal prep.
Just something like we like to do to get ready before camping. Buy the 3-pack of Costco bacon. You're going to do the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
all 3.
4-pack.
A 4-pack, and you're going to do all of them.
Yeah.
And explain why you don't like to cut the pieces in half.
Well, we like the full experience of a full slice of bacon.
And if you look at a slice of bacon, they're not always the same. Look how fatty this end is and how meaty that is. So if you cut that half off, you end up with pieces that are very fatty and, well, whatever. It works this way so that it's more evenly distributed, correct?
Yeah, and what's really nice is that it stays flat, and so it goes on the griddle quite nicely. It doesn't curl up on you, and we can put it on slightly frozen. It doesn't have to be thawed.
Well, we also use a griddle on our little gas portable barbecue, correct?
Yes.
That seems to work for us, and Wade will do the hash browns right on it.
Yeah, the hash browns, bacon, eggs. Sometimes the eggs I'll do in a pot or in a pan. I mean.
A bit of a tedious effort, however, I think we tend to like it that we can just cook the quantity we need in the moment and then not have to deal with cooking a whole pound of bacon.
Yeah, so what we'll do now is once this is packed up, oh, see, this is a really thin one now. Not all bacon is equal.
And yet they're all the same brand and out of the same packages, but
so we'll freeze it, and then we'll bring along a few packages while we're camping.
yeah, we put them in the long, on the large size Ziploc freezer bags. And it does fit perfectly in our little freezer in our van.
Yeah.
So there we go.
I see. So just another food prep idea for going camping.
Right angle. Yep, ready.
Okay, so 5 slices. Most of them have 5 slices.
Is that enough?
Nope. We'll take out 2 packages at a time. And we'll put them in there and freeze them.
Do we have a Ziploc bag long enough for those though? Or do we wrap them in saran wrap after the fact?
See this?
I know, but I mean for in the freezer in the van.
I don't remember what I do. I think we wrapped cellophane around it.
So that's the freezer, how we store it in our freezer at home.
Yeah, so this way it stays flat.
There you go. Thanks, Wade.
And we'll show you the campground. We've talked about coming here for a long time, and we finally made it now. So we're going to show you a little bit about Moose Mountain Provincial Park.
So handy.
One on the bottom. These ones on. It's nice because you can keep it flat. I don't like cutting it in half because you just don't get the full bacon experience then.
Well, if you look at a piece of bacon, one side could be really fatty and the other have more meat on
You
it.
want some turkey bacon on there too?
No, this is fine.
You sure? Because we have turkey bacon on here too.
I love this idea. It's a great idea.
There you go.
And you thought of this, Wade?
Yeah.
Because of your high education.
Yeah. Grade 10 and a half education.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday we did some good bike riding up and down some pretty steep hills and picked some pretty good speeds coming down. It was Dave and Laura and myself. Today we took just a short ride, all 4 of us, around the campground bay, and my derailleur broke and it jammed the wheel, and I'm thinking if that would have happened going down one of those hills, I was in trouble. So we're at the campground, my derailleur's broken. I'll have to do some repairs before we start biking again.
You know it's a large campground when a campground has 4 dump stations. And we were the first ones here, and so Wade wisely selected the spot with the driest dump area. You know how people leave water? Mess? I don't know what it is, but who wants to kneel in that?
Well, here we are at Moose Mountain Provincial Park, and we're on our way out. The van is all packed up. We went and emptied out the sewer, and then we thought, well, we might as well have a shower before we go. So we stopped off at the shower house, and we're ready to go to Grasslands National Park. See you there.
We've come back to Carlyle for one thing only, and that is for, what's his name? Michael's
Cinnamon, well, Michael's Bakery, I guess.
Michael's Bakery. No, Michael's Coffee Shop, which is right there. And they have the most amazing cinnamon buns. pretty much like mine,
They are just like
if I
Lorraine's.
have to say. Yeah. So Wade's gonna find a place to park our rig here, and he's gonna run in and get some cinnamon for us.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed our time here at Kenosee Lake. We're moving on to Grasslands National Park, but here's just a summary kind of what we experienced here at Moose Mountain Provincial Park.
We have to admit that we didn't explore as much as we thought. Wade's bike had a mishap, so
It was a scary mishap. We were doing some,
Wow.
with Dave and Laura, we were doing some extreme hill climbing and coming down hills, and the bike was fine. And then we went for just an easy bike ride around the campground, and my derailleur snapped and locked up my back wheel. Thank goodness it was a slow enough speed that I could get off without wiping out.
wasn't it fun though that these two kids offered to fix your bike for you?
A young boy, about 12 years old, he says, "Oh, hi, sir. Oh, I see your derailleur's broken. I can help you with that."
It was more than the derailer, but how sweet.
Yeah, it was pretty neat anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's a wonderful campground. We loved it here. We had fires every night. They supply all the firewood here. You don't have to go out and seek the firewood.
No coin needed for the showers.
The
Very
showers are
clean.
free, yeah,
Oh
very
my.
nice shower houses.
I tend to use our van bathroom shower, and this time I use the camp showers, which is unusual for me. Just
And
saying.
it was a busy campground, a great campground though for families, lots of families and kids, which I love seeing.
Yeah.
That. I think that's great.
So join us in our next video as well. It's because we're heading west, and our next one is Grasslands Provincial Park. Why would we go there? I don't know. It's a lot of grass, no
Yeah.
trees. We're really curious about what that camping experience will be like.
So this is our family and friends tour, and we've made lots of plans to visit, but we
Yeah.
always know that things don't work out as planned, and we need to
Hold our plans loosely.